Vigilante Williamson here. So, I'm sure you're wondering, what is the deal with the mask? In order to answer that question, I might as well go through my origin story and might as well use that as the channel preview. So, when I was younger, my two passions were radio and music. I went to a shitty community college, got a broadcast certificate, but wasn't able to get a job. And I also did music from the time I was about 16 years old, so this is about 2004, to about 2013. And after years and years of going to artist showcases and releasing my music over the internet and doing everything I did as an artist, I got disillusioned. It wasn't just being an artist and the effort it took, but it was also that I just didn't like music anymore. And honestly, it probably went since about 2004 of my slow disillusionment with music, particularly hip hop. I liked a bunch of different other genres, but I just got out of passion with not just hip hop, but just the whole culture of music. It became too much of a chore to follow. It was just too much for me, so I just stopped doing it. And years later, maybe 2016, 2017, ironically, I heard an LCD Sound System song. This is before they came back, and I thought it was the weirdest thing that it was playing at a gym, because usually gyms just play like the most commercial song, and I thought like, man, how did they even know LCD Sound System exists, let alone play one of their songs? So when I heard it, it got me back into their music, which got me back into a lot of indie rock, and then I got back into hip hop, and I got back into wanting to make music. So I started to buy equipment piece by piece and started to make music and slowly just got myself back into making music. It was just a hobby at that point. And I thought to myself, if ever I do music again professionally, not like I was professional in the first case, but more seriously, I wanted to hide my identity. Like MF Doom, like Daft Punk, like Marshmello, like a lot of artists. I just didn't want the attention to be for myself. So I wanted to create an identity. And I thought, hey, I'm really big into superheroes. I'm really big into comics. Batman's like my favorite character. Why not do a superhero theme? So I came up with the name Vigilante Williamson. It was kind of like a play off Kenny Omega, where you have like a regular last name in this case, and a weird first name that's not really a first name. I chose Vigilante because of the superhero theme. And Williamson, it's not from Fred Williamson, because I know when you Google Vigilante Williamson, you'll actually get Vigilante by Fred Williamson, which is an old movie. But Corliss Williamson, who is a basketball player who used to play for the Detroit Pistons. He was a sixth man of the year, and he was a very impactful player on the 2004 championship team, which is kind of an inspirational team for me. They won the championship in 5 games against this hugely juggernaut Kobe and Shaq led Lakers team. And even though they're kind of forgotten by history, they were still great. And Corliss Williamson, even if he's not remembered by the modern basketball media as some great player, he was still a hugely impactful player on a championship team. Given the nature of that '04 Pistons team, you can argue that without any one of those pieces, they may not have won a title. So that makes Corliss Williamson a vital member of an NBA championship team. This is something Charles Barkley can't say, Karl Malone can't say, John Stockton can't say. Yes, he was just a 6 man off the bench, but without him scoring, I don't know that we win. I don't know if that team can win a title without every member of it. And I just wanted to pay honor to the guy that people forget. The idea that you can still be incredibly great even if nobody remembers you. It doesn't mean your greatness is forgotten. It doesn't mean your greatness didn't happen. And that greatness is not necessarily measured by clout, but by what you accomplish. So I wanted that energy for this project. Even still, this is years ago when I came up with the idea. I still kind of left it on the back burner, still not doing anything seriously. And then the pandemic happened, and I just made beats. I mean, I still am blessed enough that I'm able to work from home, but I made beats and kept making beats, and I just got back into making beats at a serious level. And I thought, you know what? Maybe this Vigilante Williamson should be more than just a music project. I've always wanted to do radio. I never really got the chance. Maybe do YouTube. I have so much to say on so much of a myriad of topics. I might as well do YouTube. Might as well create this character, create this project, and do both. So that's what the goal of this channel is. It's going to be a lot of political commentary, games commentary, nerd commentary. I do a positive news stream each weeknight. I do that because the way the news is currently is so much negativity, and I'm also going to do a lot of commentary on the media, but I want a space where we can remember that human beings aren't all bad. They don't always hate each other, and they're in fact trying to do things to make things better. It's easy to forget that if you just listen to the media. And so I wanted to add a counterbalance to that. So that's why if you want to watch my streams around 11 o'clock each weeknight, sometimes I won't do it because I'm tired or whatever, but for the most part, I've been keeping up with it at least the first week. So yeah, I want to do live streams and I want to do content that's all over the place. A lot of this is going to be commentary. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen some of those videos of commentary and now watching this. But yeah, and I want to get better. I'm going with the fail, iterate, fail mentality. That's why the back wall is blank. That'll probably change. I have like action figures. I have a bunch of shells. I have action figures. I have shells. The back wall, the angles may change. I may do a little cheap soundproofing, a cheap sound treatment so I can mix better with speakers. So yeah. And also, I want to explain what the mask actually is. It's actually a bunch of different parts. So there's a domino mask with cheap wire mesh glued and taped in, and that's why the eyes are white and red, and white and red was the only mesh I could get at the time. I also have this like Lycra second skin mask that you can get on Amazon. It's a see-through mask that initially I thought about using, but instead I'm just using it here as a skull cap. I have a headband that is covering my cheeks that's making it harder for you to identify me. And I also have a standard issue do-rag that I'm using to cover my face and cover my chin. Initially I had it covering my entire face, but now I'm just having it covering the bottom of my face so you can still see my mouth move. I consider this like the Batman Begins or Batman Year One version of the mask, or the Spider-Man when he was a wrestler version of the mask. Like, I'm going to get better. I'm going to have this mask be better, and I want to improve as a YouTuber. So yeah, I want a new mask eventually when I can find a mask maker. Not sure if you try to Google face mask during this time, but it's not very easy to find a superhero custom mask at this time. So I'm hoping eventually I can find someone who can do this for me. I don't have social media. I probably, by the time this video comes out, will have claimed all my names on social media, but I do not plan on using them any more than I absolutely have to. I'm not a big fan of social media, and I hope the whole platform and concept dies for a myriad of reasons, but I digress. Tell me how much I suck in the comments so I can improve. If you liked the video, please like the video, and even if you didn't, thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.